This is for those of us who feel the volume knob of life creeping up, blurring good memories, or stealing the quiet moments we desperately need. I'm a doctor who spent years prescribing complexity until I discovered that the deepest stability comes from safe, simple routines. I'm also a scriptwriter, and I know the power of narrative. The narrative of aging must not be decline. It must be clarity, calm, and independence. We are wrongly told that aging well requires expensive supplements, complicated brain games, or aggressive, constant stimulation. Forget that noise. That is mental pollution. The biggest cognitive shift you can make right now isn't about adding anything. It is about subtraction. It is environmental discipline, the organized removal of friction that drains your cognitive battery every single hour. It starts with small, visible changes in light, sound, posture, and clutter that instantly rewire your emotional stability, boost your focus, sharpen your memory, and deepen your sleep after 60. Imagine calm thoughts flowing right before sleep, replacing the anxious loop, feeling genuinely safe and present when alone, recalling a name instantly, not minutes too late, waking up lighter, ready for the day, not dragging your focus behind you. This isn't magic, it is practical neurology. The secret: your brain is fundamentally a triage center. It processes every input: visual chaos, background hum, physical discomfort, blood sugar spikes. When these inputs are chaotic, the output is anxiety, fog, and forgetfulness. We need less noise, more peace, more clarity. Here are 2 shifts, available immediately, that restore calm faster than any expensive retreat. First hook: 3 minutes that restore calm faster than meditation. Second hook: the clutter that steals memory and how to stop it in 24 hours. We start with the environment because that is where the overload begins. Look at your living room, your kitchen counter, your bedside table. If you see stacks of papers, half-finished projects, 3 remote controls, and old magazines, you are looking at visible anxiety. This isn't a judgment on tidiness. It's a medical assessment of your workspace. I experienced this chaos firsthand. After a 12-hour hospital shift, I'd return home, and tension would immediately rise just looking at the pile of journals I should be reading. The visual stimulus was a constant demand. Process me, organize me, remember me. We often mistakenly try to power through chaos with more coffee, obsessive news checking, or loud TV for company. This is the exact opposite of what the aging mind requires. The brain needs rest, not more processing demands. That messy counter is not just messy. It's a silent, constant energy drain. Every object is a cue, a micro-decision point. Even if you don't consciously look at the mail pile, your brain registers the visual noise, cataloging it as incomplete work. This drains the attentional reserve, needed for critical tasks, like recalling a conversation or enjoying a quiet moment. The clutter that steals memory isn't just physical. It steals the cognitive bandwidth required for memory consolidation. You can achieve peace in your living room in 24 hours. How? By creating anti-anxiety corners at home. Identify one single small surface in your main living area, a corner of the kitchen counter, a bedside table, or the surface next to your favorite chair. Clear it completely. Clean it until it shines. Now place only 3 things there. 1. A single beautiful object, a smooth stone, or small green plant. 2. A clear glass of water. 3. A dedicated notebook and pen. This clean, simple visual field becomes your anchor point. It's the visual 0 when your mind starts to race. When you sit, your eyes land here. There is no task, no demand, no history, just simplicity. This is environmental hygiene, as vital as dental hygiene. It calms the optic nerve, reduces visual fatigue, and tells your brain, the threat is gone. You are safe here. This environmental cleanup must extend to sound and light. This is the sound plus light, Janus peace formula. Persistent background noise, especially talking news heads, endless social feeds, or music chosen by others, is a mental bulldozer. Silence in the room sharpens the mind. This means intentional sound or its absence. We often turn on the TV or radio for company, fearing loneliness. But the fractured, non-stop informational stream is taxing. It forces your auditory cortex to constantly filter irrelevant data. Your memory works best when it has a clear signal to encode. If the signal, a conversation, competes with noise, background drama, the memory is encoded poorly, leading to the frustration of later forgetting. Try this switch. Replace auditory noise with auditory presence. If you need sound, choose continuous and predictable inputs. Gentle classical music, Baroque is effective. Natural sounds, a stream, soft rain. Or ideally, absolute silence. And the light? We live under aggressive, blue-dominant LED lights, often even in the evening. These lights signal daytime emergency to your brain, crushing melatonin production and ramping up cortisol, the very stress hormone we need to reduce for calm, deep sleep. For optimal presence and anti-anxiety, especially after 4 p.m., switch to warm, dim light. Think amber, orange, or soft red tones. Use a small lamp at eye level rather than harsh overhead fixtures. When the light is gentle, the brain relaxes, the body shifts gear. This simple, bedtime light ritual is non-negotiable for emotional regulation and memory consolidation. It primes the system for fruit before bed, for calm dreams. Details on that later. This discipline, clean corners, soft sound, warm light, is your primary defense against generalized anxiety. Now, let's talk fuel, because the cleanest room won't help if your internal chemistry is spiking and crashing. We must stabilize the terrain using clarity foods and what to skip. We often ignore the instant, powerful link between blood sugar stability and emotional strength. The great saboteur of the aging mind is the afternoon sugar crash. At 3 p.m., the fog descends, and we instinctively reach for a quick hit, a cookie, sweetened coffee, or processed carb. This delivers a fast spike, followed by a rapid drop. That drop mimics a physical threat response. The panic, the irritability, the sudden mental noise. That is your body reacting to the crash. It looks like anxiety. It's really physiological instability. Forget the afternoon sugar crash. Combat it with stabilization, not stimulation. First, embrace healthy fats. Your brain is fat dependent. While proper storage, cool, dark pantry, maintains the integrity of oils like olive oil, the key is incorporating healthy fats readily into your diet for brain energy. Your snack should contain protein, plus fiber, plus healthy fat. Instead of the cookie, try a handful of walnuts or almonds, fat plus protein, plus fiber. A small piece of hard cheese and apple slices, protein plus fiber. Avocado slices on whole grain toast. These deliver sustained energy, preventing the dip that triggers mental panic. Crucially, morning hydration and focus stabilizing snacks. Start the day with warm water, not cold, which requires internal energy to heat. Add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes. Hydration directly affects cognitive speed. Dehydration guarantees mental fog and irritability. And that fruit before bed? A small serving of fruit like a banana or tart cherries provides natural sugars that keep blood glucose levels stable through the night, preventing the nocturnal dip that can trigger cortisol release and cause fragmented sleep or early anxiety. The gentle, sustained glucose delivery supports memory consolidation. While you sleep, it's about stability. Forget the complicated protocols and exotic superfoods. Focus on whole foods that don't shock the system. We have managed the environment and the internal fuel. Now, we address the anchor, your body. When anxiety hits, it lands in the shoulders, chest, and stomach. The body tightens, posture collapses, and breathing becomes shallow. This sends a feedback loop to the brain. Warning, danger ahead. To reverse the mental noise, we must reverse the posture. We must use movement for mind. You don't need a gym, you need awareness. We are implementing Asterpo's micro-movement and chair rituals with attention to grounding. This is better than walking for mental clarity. When you only have 3 minutes, most anxiety is forward-leaning, future-focused, and chaotic. We are trying to outrun the worry. We are going to plant ourselves firmly in the present. Find your favorite chair, the one next to your cleared corner. The posture reset, the 3-minute reset. 1. Feet. Plant both feet flat on the floor. Feel the entire surface. Wiggle your toes. Imagine roots growing from your feet deep into the floor. This is physical grounding. 2. Seat. Push your tailbone slightly down and back. Sit tall, but not stiffly. Roll your shoulders back and down, opening the chest. This posture signals calm confidence, not defensive tension. 3. Gaze. Look at your clean visual anchor point, the stone, the plant. Soften your gaze. Let the sight settle. Now, add the breath. This is the heart of the anti-anxiety mechanism. We often breathe too quickly, too shallowly, chest breathing. This keeps the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, activated. Switch to diaphragmatic breathing. Place one hand on your belly. Inhale slowly through the nose for a count of 4, feeling the belly rise. Hold the breath gently for a count of 1. Exhale slowly through slightly pursed lips for a count of 6 or 7. Make the exhale longer than the inhale. The long exhale is the direct signal to the vagus nerve to activate the parasympathetic system. Rest and digest. You are physically instructing your body to calm down. Do 10 rounds. This is the reset. It anchors your mind to the physical reality of the chair and the breath, pulling focus away from the racing narrative of worry. A major challenge of aging is the feeling of loneliness or the weight of self-reflection when living alone. This is where mental hygiene needs a structured output. We often ruminate, looping worries internally, endlessly arguing or replaying mistakes. This is draining and unproductive. We need a safe way to organize thoughts without turning them into a black hole of critical journaling. Instead of writing 5 pages of worried prose, we use structured vocalization. Talk to yourself like this. The mistake in talking to yourself is usually rumination. The correction is organization. When a stressful thought arises, e.g., I forgot that bill, I'm going to mess this up, do not engage it internally. Verbalize the thought, but structure it into 3 parts, speaking quietly or whispering. 1. The fact. The bill is still unpaid. Neutral, factual statement. 2. The feeling. I feel anxious and forgetful about this. Label the emotion without judgment. 3. The action. I will sit at my desk after my tea, set a timer for 15 minutes, and deal with it. Specific, contained action. By forcing the chaotic worry into this simple, 3-part verbal structure, you move the thought from the emotional, reactive centers of the brain into the organized frontal cortex. You transition from panic to planning. This is toast better than journaling, this 3-min reset for immediate cognitive organization. Let's unify these actions. We've managed the environment, clutter, light, sound, stabilized the fuel, clarity foods, hydration, and grounded the body, posture, breath. We are now ready for the Cusp Presence Protocol, the 10-minute guided calm. You can do this anytime the usiyajib noise level in your head increases, mid-morning fog, afternoon slump, or pre-dinner stress spike. Step 1. The transition. 1 minute. Move to your designated anti-anxiety corner. Sit, focusing on the simplicity of the cleared surface. Close your eyes briefly and identify the ambient sound. If chaotic, turn it off. If silent, welcome it. Take a deep, gentle inhale of a chosen scent, perhaps rosemary oil on a tissue, known for memory support, or just the scent of your warm tea. Step 2. Physical anchoring. 3 minutes. Plant your feet firmly. Adjust your posture. Shoulders down, spine long, chin slightly tucked. Place both hands, palms down, on your thighs. Feel the weight of your hands. Notice the points of contact between your body and the chair. Let gravity take hold. Release tension in your jaw, forehead and shoulder blades. You are stable. You are supported. Step 3. Intentional breath. 4 minutes. Begin the 4-1-6 breath sequence. Inhale 4, belly rises. Hold 1, exhale 6, through pursed lips. Do not rush. Focus only on the sensation of the air entering and leaving. If a thought enters, notice it without judgment and return your attention to the count and the physical movement of your diaphragm. This repetitive task replaces chaotic mental chatter. Step 4. Focus, phrase, and gaze. 2 minutes. Open your eyes and fix your gaze gently on your simple visual anchor, the stone, the plant. Internally, repeat a simple focus phrase that reinforces calm and autonomy. Choose one. I am present. I am grounded. I choose my focus now. Quiet mind, steady breath. Repeat this phrase slowly, aligning it with your breath. Feel the steadiness of your body, the quiet of your chosen space, and the simplicity of your visual field. When you stand, take a moment to carry the calm forward. Notice the lightness in your shoulders, the feeling of mental space, the restored clarity. This is what independence feels like, the ability to choose calm over chaos, anytime. Remember, these routines are gentle. Always respect your limits. If any movement or breathing technique feels dizzying or uncomfortable, stop immediately and return to a gentle, natural breath. If you're managing chronic medical or psychological conditions, please consult your professional healthcare provider before making significant changes to movement or diet. These simple strategies are complementary tools for strengthening your mental foundation. The path to aging with balance and independence is paved not with expensive promises, but with quiet, intentional moments. You possess the power to regulate your environment, your body, and your focus right now. No external authority is required. The challenge. Choose one calming food swap today. Skip the sugar spike and implement a protein fiber fat snack, like nuts and an apple slice. And then, commit to the presence protocol. Find your quiet corner and dedicate 10 minutes to the anchored breath and posture reset. Feel the difference between mental fog and mental clarity. Tell me, what single calming habit, a food swap, a clutter removal, or a breath ritual, will you start today? And what topic about healthy aging do you want me to address next? Your clarity is your autonomy. Let's protect it.